Someone is receiving karma for betraying you. And they know it. They know it. They tried to trigger you. They said things about you. It was somebody who was a friend at one time and decided to completely stab you in the back. Decided to completely do a 180 all of a sudden. To save themselves, like to save their job. Or to make some money. It was something about money, about security, about something they really shouldn't have let come in the way of this. As a power move, unexpected revelation will change your perspective. You're going to find out the truth. You're going to find out the truth. This person's been suffering. They're hiding something, and it could be someone you're in contact with all the time, someone you see all the time. They're going through a lot right now. They know it's because of you, and they're afraid. I'm getting like somebody who's afraid they have to go to HR because of you, or afraid the cops are going to show up at their house or something. And oddly enough, it's not even something they really did. Like, they have done things that could incur that, but not this. So they know it's karma. They're living in fear. And I'm going to be honest with you. Their fear is what's going to draw this in. And they're acting like they're completely unfazed, unbothered, but their fear is drawing this in. It's going to make it so much worse because they're making decisions in fear. They're putting out the frequency of fear. Very low vibe. They know it was low vibe. And here's the bad thing. I'm not going to say they welcome this punishment, but it's like they're not really doing anything about it. The cold shoulder. Everybody's giving them the cold shoulder. People saw how they treated you. That's part of the karma. You were treated unfairly. And it was just all of a sudden abrupt. Like someone who should have had your back, but they didn't. Should have given you flowers, but they gave you crap. You know? Like a big bag of crap. They are really reaping this. They didn't see you the right way. Like they made assumptions. They judged you. You know what? They judged your character on certain things. Okay, for example. Have you ever been around people who you had to self-medicate when you were around them? It was the only way you could tolerate them. But they thought you did that all the time. No, when you get away from them, you don't have to drink or whatever it is. And I'm not saying anybody has to drink. And I'm not trying to excuse it. I'm just saying there are people in this world who will drive you to drink. Or could. That's what 12-step meetings are all about. I've been to many of them. There's just a lot of triggering energy right here. Someone who just felt triggered. And they know they were... Cards on the floor, dirt digging, ego. It had to do with them digging dirt, trying to get something on you. It's like you thought you were friends, and you were friends. But they decided to dig dirt and decided to do something really underhanded and shady all of a sudden. I know what's going on too. They were afraid they were going to get caught. It was an act of desperation. An act of desperation. That's why certain places you work, even government, like, I've heard this before, if you work at certain federal jobs and you have too much debt, they will check your credit and tell you got to file bankruptcy because they're afraid you're going to take a bribe. And there could be other reasons for this. They're afraid you're going to take a bribe or something or steal money to pay your debt. When somebody's in a lot of debt, people like that, I'm not saying everybody in debt's going to embezzle or steal or something, but people like that are at a higher risk for it because they have bills to pay. If not a bunch of debt, well, yeah, I'm getting debt like there are medical bills, a sick relative, coercion from a relative. Like I'm getting also someone who stole something, blamed it on you. Ooh. They wouldn't do this again. They would not do this again. It had something to do with thinking like you were, like let's just say for sake of argument, they saw you were drunk, but the only reason you were drunk, again, just an example, every time they saw you were drunk, but you were drunk because you were in that situation, like you couldn't handle dealing with your mother or mother-in-law or something, so you had to be drunk the whole time. But when you're away from them, you're not drunk. They judged you on that, made assumptions, said things, gossiped, said a bunch of crap that wasn't their business. Legal issues. This is part of the karma. They're receiving karma. Legal issues. If they did steal money, they've been found out. Like whatever they tried to accuse or blame on you has been found out. I'm just really not getting that this person would have done this if their circumstances were different. I'm not saying you need to excuse it. I just mean, even this person is shocked by their own actions. They are ashamed and shocked by their own actions. They can't believe they let it get this far. They would not do this again. They have learned. And they also believe you're protected. They didn't know how beloved you were, okay? They didn't know how protected and guided you are by the divine. You're not somebody they can just go blame things on. Broke, okay? Broke. Girl fight. I don't like this energy, but I'm telling you, that's what's coming through though. Like jealous vibes, arguments, physical fight. Like there was some jealousy. That's why they picked you to blame this on. They know you were treated unfairly. And if it wasn't something like that, like stealing at work, it was just like I'm getting a love triangle of some sort, like somebody who wanted to pick a fight with you for some reason. But they were extenuating circumstances that they know, like I'm telling you, they know they were wrong. They know they shouldn't have done this. There's no excuse. They can't undo it now, though. What do they want to say? Dang, cards on the floor. I've got to change my setup. I am drawn to your light. Other people are, too. They're jealous of your light. There's a lot of jealousy here. That's why they wanted to pick a fight. Like, they're over it now, though. Like, whatever made them want to pick a fight and blame something on you, they're pretty much over it. Like, they're not in that frame of mind anymore. I have cried over you. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, they feel remorse and they feel shame. In addition to the karma coming their way, they feel remorse and shame because they're losing something big. You were my rock, held back for reasons beyond my control. They feel like they did this for reasons beyond their control and that they had to hold back the real reason. But there was a time, for a minute there, they wanted to fight with you. It's like they had to convince themselves to be mad at you to do this. Okay? They had to convince themselves to be mad at you. And now they're over that because you were their rock. They've cried over you. They're drawn to your light. It's really sad because they made a big mistake. They're really sad about this. They said things and did things they wouldn't do again. Yeah, some of them are, it's going to end in a divorce for them. Something massive. They're losing something really, really big that they didn't want to lose. That they feel like they shouldn't have to lose. But they do. I mean, they feel like they have to, but they realize now they took it too far. It didn't have to happen this way. And also at the time, like in the heat of the moment when this was all going on, they wanted to see you triggered and they couldn't trigger you. They were jealous of that. They were jealous of the fact that you were not triggered by something that they were triggered by. Jealous of the fact that they feel like you're stronger than them. They were just like, I'm going to take them down a peg. Weirdo. Seriously. Oh my gosh, this floor. Okay. Emotional exhaustion. Connected to you. Secret admirer. That's how they feel. They are secretly admiring you. There's a celebration incoming. And they can't celebrate with you. Hiding. Sweetheart. Oh my gosh. That's why they're secretly admiring you. Because they have to hide now. They're emotionally exhausted by this. They ruined something big. And it could have been friendship. Could have been more. But they ruined something that they don't know how it will be repaired. They don't know if it will. They wish it could be. Because they still think about you all the time. I'm telling you, they have cried over you. Even if you can't imagine this person crying, they have cried over you. They have had dreams about you. You haunt them in their dreams because they know they treated you unfairly. They know they lied. And now they see the consequences because they've had so many consequences. But the biggest consequence of all is just losing you. Is just not having your trust. Wondering why you would suddenly, why they would betray you like that. They question their own judgment. They have no idea because you were very important to them. But they feel like it was temporary insanity. I'm not trying to say excuse it. I just mean that's what they feel like. They don't know what they were thinking, but they wouldn't do this again. And they're emotionally exhausted by their own behavior. This is just a sad situation. People in desperate times. It's really a desperate times, desperate measures type of deal. They are heartbroken, crushed by their own behavior. They broke their own heart with this. But how does this affect you? How should you react to this, if at all? You are spiritually gifted and your life has just begun. They're watching good things come in for you. Like I said, because they tried to do something to you, because they did something really unfair. They're watching good things. They're like this celebration incoming. You have a lot to celebrate regardless of what they did. They feel like your blessings are coming in even stronger. And you know what? They want that for you. They do. They want that for you because they feel like they did something really bad. They're disgusted by their own behavior. And it really, I'm telling you, this goes above and beyond they got caught. Or they might get divorced or lose a house or something. I mean, this goes above and beyond that. They are regretting the loss of you, and that's the truth. They regret. They don't know what they were thinking now, but they understand why you would never talk to them again. They feel like this bridge is burnt forever and there's nothing they can do about it. They would give anything to have you back, though. They talk about you in a good way. Like, they're afraid not to now because, like I said, the karma is here. The karma. I feel like I'm supposed to go to this deck real quick. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he reap. They're reaping. They would do anything for just like a 1 minute conversation with you that they feel like they'll never have again. Or if they will, if they do, it's not going to be the same. You Deserve Better came out and blocked AF. Oh, what confirmation. You do deserve better and you deserve to block them. That's what I mean. It's like things will never be the same. They're so upset, distraught, mad at themselves. They're not even looking at themselves in the same way. That's the crazy thing about it. They're not even looking at themselves in the same way. They miss your protection. They miss your friendship. Yeah. They really miss your friendship. I'm going to What's the Tea real quick. One last card from there. Dirt digging. I must have put this back in the deck and not realized it, but it came out again on purpose. Didn't it come out earlier? I think it did. I've done a bunch of readings today, so it might have been the reading before this, but snooping for secrets, trying to expose you, tables might turn. This is in the past. Yeah. This is what they regret the most. It makes them feel slimy and gross. They feel disgusted with themselves for doing this. This is the thing they regret the most. It's really sad. It's sad all around because, like I said, it's almost like a temporary insanity thing. Like they felt pushed or coerced or, didn't have enough money. Something pushed them to do this that was temporary. I have got to get a different desk set up. You have nothing to hide, which is interesting. That came out right after dirt digging because you have nothing to hide. That's what they found. Like, see, what they tried to do was paint you as the villain. So they started dirt digging and they didn't find anything, or what they did find was not what they thought. They didn't find anything that made you look bad, or if it did somehow make you look bad, it made them sympathetic. Like, this person, I'm going to be honest with you, they learned some things about you. They did even background checks, a lot of searching online, trying to find something to justify their actions, and they couldn't find anything. Even if they did, like I said, I mean, they could have found something, but it wasn't what they thought, and it made them sympathetic. It made them feel really bad. But I'm getting for a lot of them, somebody pushed them into this. Like, they just felt like they had no choice, but they know it's still not right. It's like someone forced their hand. They felt like they had to do this. Oh, it's just terrible. And they ruined a great relationship that they can never get back. They did that. They ruined it. That's on them. And they're going to reap the karma for it, but that's on them. You have nothing to hide. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.